you guys doing today? Hope you guys doing well. If not, stay here, enjoy your time of peace, and draw along with us. So today we're going to practice how to draw the head, and we're going to use my sketchbook here on how to draw it. Only thing I need is a sketchbook or piece of paper with book underneath, and just going to need a sharpener, a pencil or eraser. If not, grab an eraser and a pencil. Let's get to it. As we're getting to it, I do the head much differently than most artists does, because most artists will start with a circle first, then a line. But as you're going to see soon in the video, I do this completely differently. I start with a line first, then I do a little dimensional flat circle right there. And as I'm drawing this, and as you're drawing this, make sure you're doing this lightly. I'm probably doing it a little rough. Make sure you're doing it lightly, because you never know when you're going to need to edit later. But as you're drawing the head, then you're going to stop from top to bottom or bottom to top, depending what you're comfortable with. But I usually draw where the chin is at, and afterwards I just work my way there and see where that goes. Just pause if you need to, analyze the picture, but I'm going to shape out the head later on, and afterwards pause again if you need to. And I'm going to move on to the next head angle, because we're not done yet, because we're going to do different types of angles. This applies to any type left to right angle as best you can. I'm going to probably do most of these in the right side or left. Alright? Now guys, since we got that head done, now we'll do the side profile of the head. So I'm just gonna draw a little line there so the size matches up. So give me 1 second there. Guys, next we're gonna start off a line right in the middle. This will determine where the top piece of the head, where the skull is gonna be, and where the jaw is gonna be. So you both have that balance out. Now we're gonna put a circle right on top, pretty big circle, not too big, just enough to match the skull. And as you're doing this, make sure it's all light. Put a curving line right in front, and this will determine where the nose, eyes, and the mouth is going to determine where it's going to be, including how the jawline is going to come out. This will be a little bit more tricky, because the reason why I'm saying this is when you put the eyes in, you need to make sure where the eyebrows are and where the ears ends up is going to match up, because usually you don't want the jaw too upper or too low or too back. This will be a little tricky and it will look weird. Next, we'll be following up with the neck. Draw the neck and follow up where the circle is. Follow the shape, and this will naturally make the shape of the skull, and this will result in you making the base of the side profile of the head. Now we're going to add a little line in the middle, making it look like a cross. This will be where you're going to start, where the bridge of the nose is going to be and where your eyes are going to be. Next, when we're done doing the little cross there, we're going to start doing a little bit of the bridge of the nose. We're going to do it my way. There is different variations and shapes on how to make noses, but I will not get into that this video. But for now, just follow what I'm doing. An important fact to know is that the nose is a big key factor when you're doing this angle, because it does make out how you're going to do the lips later on for the lining, and how you're going to do the back of the head later on when you're making the shape of the skull. Sometimes it doesn't, but you need to get that forehead in so everything can even out for the face. Now let's move on to the lips and chin. So while you're drawing the lips and chin, you can draw however you like. The lips or the chin, you can draw them any size, any length, anything honestly. Just like the nose, you can draw it the way you like. You can make it plump, you can make the chin big, small, but just be careful because if you're trying to make it look realistic or you're trying to make a specific character stuff, you're trying to make it look balanced, neat, be careful because sometimes, you know, the chin can throw it off, the lips can throw it off, so that's why I'm telling you to be careful, you know. So let's keep watching and, you know, learn some. Straight to the third angle. We're gonna do the face on the left side with the 3/4. We'll start with a little curvature with the line, and we're gonna do a circle right in the middle. As we're doing that, that will help us to indicate where we're gonna set our face at. And if you guys want to start drawing it afterwards, you can either start by the top or bottom. Doesn't really matter. It's all about preference, but I personally prefer starting by the bottom. Doesn't matter where you're starting at, guys, either from top or bottom. I usually prefer doing the chin first, but make sure you're doing a base. I did not do a base like I was doing. I usually do 2 bases, which is the lining and then the shaping, then you do the details, but I didn't do that. I just did number 1 and then skipped right to 3, but make sure you guys are doing that. I'll cover that next time in another video. But enjoy yourself, guys. Take your time with it. Make sure those facial features are sticking out if you're doing the details already. Because when you're doing certain angles, it should show up like the cheeks or chin, or depending on what it is, the nose. Okay, guys. Then when you're following through with the head, make sure you sculpt the back of the head. That's where it gets a little tricky. That's when the size gets a little weird. That's why people usually do circles first. I know, but I like shaping it out a little more that way because I can get a little more creative depending on what character I'm making. So be careful when you do the chin. Chin can look a little off. You do it a little too wide. You do it a little too long. It really trips it up and it makes you look like a strong jaw, if you know what I'm saying. But if you're looking for that, fine. But I prefer like try to making a reasonable size out of it. So be careful, you're trying to make it look balanced, alright? Okay, on to number 4 then, the last one. After we're going to do this angle, we're going to be like drawing another line, which is going to be like drawing the back of the line in a different angle, if you can understand what I'm saying. Then you draw the dimension, which is the circle right in the middle. Then you're going to be drawing the jaw. That's how I usually start first. And the jaw line for that is going to be like ending somewhere. It has to be short though, so you have to understand the perspective. As you're doing that, when you got the hang of that, when you feel like that's satisfying enough, draw the jaw, then do the cheeks, then do the little eye lining there. Not the eye, just like the little deep, like the little depth there, if you know what I'm saying. Then you draw the head, and that's basically it. Make sure it looks even, make sure it looks good. But usually, like I said, draw the base first. I'm just skipping through number 2 usually. Make sure you do the base, and it should look good. Alright guys, I hope you like this video. Like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you all for watching. Either way, this is like the level 1 of learning how to draw without many details. I didn't want to bore you all with all crazy details. I know COVID time has been killing us all, but stick together, yo. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day.